Good afternoon. I have been very pleased to host the new permanent president of the European Council, Herman Van Rompuy, for lunch. It's lunchtime here at Marienborg.
It is a great pleasure for me to be here in Copenhagen today, and certainly in this beautiful, cozy residence of the Prime Minister. Following my election as President, I will chair the European Council as of next year. As you know, the European Council the European Council will be chaired until December by the Swedish presidency. And in the meantime, and in preparation, it is important for me to talk to my colleagues of the European Council. I've already had the opportunity to meet Prime Minister Rasmussen before. Last time it was in Berlin. Now I wish to establish an in-depth, confident working relationship with him as with the other members of the Council. It is good to be able to discuss in an informal and open way, just as we did at lunch, the major issues that will be on the table of the European Council in the coming months, and to hear about Denmark's priorities and views. And just 1 week before the opening of the Copenhagen Climate Conference, it is particularly timely to talk to Lars Løkke Rasmussen. A particular priority for you and for us is the climate change, with the immediate vital objective of success of the conference. As you can imagine, this was a key issue in the discussions I had with Prime Minister Rasmussen. The European Union has been at the forefront of efforts to fight climate change. It is determined to play a leading, constructive role at the Copenhagen Conference and to contribute to reaching a global, ambitious and comprehensive agreement. The European Union will review the situation at the European Council on the 10th and 11th of December under the able leadership of Fredrik Reinfeldt, in order to take the necessary decisions in the light of the early stages of the Copenhagen Conference. I want to express my full support for Prime Minister Reinfeldt's efforts, as well as for the tireless efforts of Denmark and of Prime Minister Rasmussen personally to achieve a success of the conference. I also welcome President Barroso's decision to designate a European Commission in charge of climate action. And it is particularly fitting that the post will be led by Connie Hedegaard, who as Danish minister will chair the upcoming conference. I look forward to working with her and with my colleagues in the European Council to optimize the European Union's work in this field. But action by the European Union alone will not be enough. I call on all parties to contribute to a success. The follow-up of the Copenhagen Conference will be one of the main issues on the agenda of the European Council next year. I am determined to take work forward and make sure that the European Union, in cooperation with its partners, continues to lead international efforts to tackle the climate crisis. Ladies and gentlemen, I have only a brief statement because I am in an interim period. We are November the 13th. I am in office January the 1st. I have starting the preparations really tomorrow. So I'm in an interim period. I make only a short statement. Questions, I will ask them starting from January the 1st, and I have 2 years and a half to answer all your questions. But today I am rather reluctant, and I only limit myself to a brief statement. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Well, I can tell you that the Danish presidency hasn't tabled any draft at this stage. We are consulting many countries, and we are very committed to make sure that we consult all key stakeholders, because this is indeed an international challenge. And in our capacity of hosting this COP15 conference, we do not act as a European countries, but on behalf of the world community. So we are consulting a big group of countries, testing different ideas, but we haven't tabled any draft. If and when we table a draft, it will of course be an ambitious draft. The end goal of Copenhagen is to introduce the real turning point, which enable the nations on this earth to change our behavior in such a way that we can meet the scientific request for limiting temperature rise to 2 degrees. Please. Mr. Norgård, please.